Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 4 of Before We Leave, which originally aired live on Twitch. So here's the Mr. Jackal, and this is the place that's going to need to grow heavily in pop in order for us to launch. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to design or, construct a sizable housing setup in order to support a large pop. And then I'll also have to sort of figure out functionally what these people are going to be doing for work. Because I think we're going to end up with a lot of idleness as a result. Alright, cooking is done. If we take a look, we have fountains or oil power next. And let me try to use cooking. So the kitchen uses up vegetables and power to turn them into food. And then the smoothie blender maker does the same thing with fruit into smoothies. These buildings here are polluting and gloomy. So we've got to be careful about where we place them. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place them up here. Like that. Oh, actually, don't do that. So this was the smoothie maker. So let's put the where is it again? The kitchen here. And then this warehouse is going to store that stuff. And this is slightly polluting, so I might want to... I'm going to remove this woodcutter. A hydrate? Sure, we'll do. You'll have to take my word for it, but... Cheers! Cheers! So the vegetables of this island kind of suck. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the trade lanes to no longer send vegetables anywhere. So let's do that. View lane. Everybody is going to keep their own vegetables. So if we take a look here, tea, don't send tea, don't send... I'm not going to have them send any more food anywhere. So we're going to send tools, stone, clothing, and luxury items. And that means I need to make sure that... let's also add luxury items. I need to make sure that the 2 additional added islands have the ability to handle farming their own crop. So potatoes, tea, orchards. Mr. Jackal doesn't need it at all. And in fact, Mr. Jackal, you are going to be able to make your own food, I think. Let's get that going. So, kitchen and smoothie maker. And then let's get a warehouse to store that stuff. Doesn't let me place warehouses the way I want to. I'll put a warehouse up here. Alright, so Mr. Jackal has no problem sourcing its own food. And then JDV2, I think you are going to have a bit of an issue sourcing your food because it's just all orchards. So let me remove 2 of these orchards and start to plant a variety. So over here, we'll do tea. More tea here. And then potatoes and vegetables. And I'm sure I'm going to need more than that. But to get more than that, we're going to have to send a bit of a road west. Which isn't great. We'll have to do. So all of this is fed by one well, which is quite the bottleneck. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Then the manufacturers of the foods, let's add them in. So here is my smoothie maker. It's kind of a weird spot. Here's my kitchen. Then we're going to want a warehouse to store that stuff. And then over here, we'll want potatoes and, you know, the other crops. So potato, well, veg. And in fact, I think we can start pivoting away from potatoes and do meals. You know, the kitchen meals. All right, so Toxic Moxie, this warehouse here is going to be for smoothies, meals, fruit, and vegetables. And then all the other warehouses can get rid of those materials, those resources. So, no fruit, no veg. Alright. Now we definitely have a lack of power to be able to keep these things on. That's another concern. But you all voted for oil power, so that's going to help out. Let's get that. Alright. What else? Yep, that new warehouse. Alright, so the other places are going to need... I need to wait for their warehouses to be constructed. This warehouse hadn't been, because I hadn't queued it up. So let's put it down. This is smoothies. And the kitchen is where? Where to put the kitchen? Did I not? Oh, it's right here. Oh my god. Alright, so this warehouse now. The Toxic Moxie warehouse. We know what's going in here. Fruit, vegetables, meals, and smoothies. And first smoothie was already made. Nice. I'll help out with the mood. So I think the only one we're waiting on is the Mr. Jackal Island warehouse. And it's getting made now. Now I see that I lack power here on Mr. Jackal, but I think... Oh, actually, you know, Mr. Jackal, we will need to do wood power here. Because... this area does not have oil naturally. So we could import it, but it's going to be easier just to do it here. So veg, fruit, smoothies, and meals. Done. And then we'll get the... Let's start small with 1 wood generator. We'll expand up to 2 if we still need the power. Okay. Tea, potatoes, orchards. So I think more vegetables and another one. Discovery. As populations of your towns grows, your peeps' expectations start to grow too. Once you hit thresholds of 60, 120, 180, and 140, I will have happiness penalties. So that's something to consider. Keeping everything under 60 if possible, so they don't hit a big landmark unexpectedly. So Dragon Slay Dude is at 51, and I can happily sit at 51 for a bit, I think. We do have a bunch of empty posts, though. As you can see, we have 30 empty posts, so we have a lot more demand for work than we have workers. But even making everything inefficiently is fine. I don't need to urgently expand pop here, not just yet. So first meal was just made over on JDV2. Nice. One of the requirements of launching this ship is to have a max pop of 50 on the island. So I'm just trying to have my pop grow up to 50 here, pretty as quickly as I'm able. As you can see, we are starting to get happiness and smoothies at Mr. Jackal. Let's change. JD has both as well. And Dragon Slay Dude does not have meals, but does have some smoothies. The lack of meals is due to a lack of vegetables, it looks like. That's okay. We'll get it. I'm going to expand the farming just a little bit, so I can get more vegetables. 1, 2. Tea and vegetables yet again. Alright, that's probably way more spots for workers than I have to be able to supply. Yeah, I'm at max population now. Upgrade some of these houses. I'm going to try to keep my population under 60 though, so I don't have to pay the big penalties. Hey, AGG. I'm glad I can help sustain you. All right, fountains away. It's kind of the last hanging fruit there. Might as well grab it. I'm going to try to maintain a target of 30 fruit now. So I'll be able to do more smoothies. And we're starting to get meals here. Taking a look at the mood. Ooh, I'm pretty close to dipping into a lower threshold of happiness. I gotta keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the happiness charts. So here's where the negative effect happiness is occurring. I suppose one of the ways to check this, yeah, people are happy. You can see the new people that have been born. And fountains have been finally researched. So let's take a quick look at the benefits of fountains. Allows construction of fountains, which gives people happiness when walking nearby. Yep. So I'm going to get rid of this vegetable field here and replace it with a fountain. I'm gonna toss some fountains down. Try to keep everyone here nice and happy. All right, let's pay attention to JD. Looks to me like we could expand our population here, but do we need the work? Yeah, we have 3 empty posts, so let's go ahead and make one house then. Just a single house would be fine. I'm trying to min-max the efforts here, not to have any more additional people than we need. All right, Mr. Jackal, what about you? You have 6 idle workers because I have expanded the pop here a lot. So we can go up to 48. Let's try to go up to the clean 50. And then we're gonna have to find work for everybody to do. So food looks good. I could definitely go for some additional orchards, I suppose. So I will put in a well and a few orchards. There, that'll keep people busy. And then we'll be able to export the fruit back to Dragon Slayer Dude for smoothies. Hey GG, it's funny that you mention air conditioning. I actually need to call HVAC about my AC is not ideal. Okay, we still have some idle workers, but fewer than we had before. We have a shortage of. We still have a. I'll just keep. You know, it didn't hurt. I'm just gonna keep pumping the the additional orchards. If I get way too much fruit, big deal. So I feel like Mr. Jackal is probably the best run colony that I got right now. My Explorer's Hut is about to pull the last 16 research that exists here. I think there's only 16 red left anywhere on the map. which means we'll start to have to make a point to push for the ruined spaceship. Let's also offset the gloom that I just introduced. You know, not an orchard. I'll put a fountain here. I think that will be a good benefit. And let's put one back here too. Will I be streaming the new Stationers update? If it wins in the polls. So, if you vote for it, in other words. And here's the poll for you. You needed the link. Bearded Panda, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I like the name. Moral, that's a pretty good analysis. It's as if it's civilization launching ships into outer wilds. Yes, that is pretty apt. So here's my fountains. So if you take a look at these individuals here, you can see the happiness of wearing better clothes, tea, fountain plus plus plus. And we still have a crazy amount of empty posts here, but I'm a little cautious. Like, I don't really want to go up into the next tier of population, so I'm going to stay pretty much where I am. I'm just going to prioritize the, I'm going to get as close to 60 as I can without hitting 60, so it's not, stays easy. So we're up to 40 adults out of the 50 that we need. We're getting closer and closer by the day. I'm just going to introduce a bit more housing. And then let's take a look at the needs. We have got plenty of fruit, lots of meals and smoothies here. At JD, again, it's well supplied. And at Dragon Slay Dude, it's a little bit lower. Mostly because we can't source fruit here. But we do have meals. We don't have a lot of meals. But a lot of that is just because we have so much industry here and a lack of people to work those jobs. Because we have tons of empty posts. Thinking about maybe expanding a little bit more housing. Just a little. Another thing I'm also going to do is to put another elevator here if I can. As a shortcut, possibly. Let's take a look at how these cleaners are faring. So they're keeping up near the smelter. They're having a little bit of trouble around here, but it's not so bad. It's struggling, but it's okay. Alright, so 57. That's close to 60. I'm not going to get any closer. Not yet. Alright, Mr. Jackal. Let's get your pop-up as close to 60 as we can. Oh, well, as soon as this house is built, we'll get a lot closer. And we're still waiting on stone for the fountains. Yeah, I suppose we could mine up the stone here. That there's not much of a problem adding a quarry on my own. So let's go ahead and do that. I still am waiting to import tools, though. Yeah, 13 tools are coming. Good. Oh, and some stone as well. So, I think the explorer here is done. No, apparently there's still science research somewhere. Oh, it's just being processed. Okay. See, I don't think there's any more technology anywhere anymore. So, here's the Peeps' happiness at Mr. Jackal. Looks pretty good. Basically sitting at maximum for most. Just a slight pollution and some hard work, but that's really the only negative modifiers. And we're getting more fountains built, so that will change. JD, there is pollution here and very dark gloom. The very dark gloom is a result of the glass smelter. So with the pollution that we have, it probably serves us well to clean up, possibly. So let's do that. Where's the tidy up? Oh, and also I should throw down some fountains as well to make you all a little happier. So gonna put one there, and I'm gonna get rid of this forest tile to put one there. Where can I put this cleaner? I've like filled everything. One fountain, 2 fountains. That doesn't cover a lot of people's workplaces, but it's something. I think I'm gonna put a 3rd fountain here, reduce the orchard, and then if I really need, I can put another orchard over here. The sand mine's gonna have to go, though. I'm gonna put the sand mine somewhere else. Let's see. Elevator, that'll help. And then I can put the cleaner up here. The commute here is gonna suck, but, you know, oh well. And I'll put the sand miner back there and some cleaner up here. Miss White Paws, hope you have a lovely day at work. Alright, so here we're gonna go with a little bit of a bridge. Where's my bridge? To gain access to this area down here, which I'll clear out. And there we go. Now we have our elevator. And this forest isn't necessary, but we can put a fountain there to help cheer people up. So there's the fountain. I'll actually put the cleaner down there where I had it. Because that will cover all but this oil well. The fountains are in place, so the happiness should be climbing. And then I think all that's left is to, like, add some population, so I could toss that down. Cool. Looks good. All right, so Mr. Jackal, we could start repairing the ship, the ruined spaceship. Finally, our population got high enough. So we're going to need to ship steel here, and glass, tools, power. I don't think we need to ship power, we just need to start generating it. Yeah, we're already generating it, so that will be easy. Here's the view lane. So this is what, the cheese radar? All right, so Mr. Cheese Radar, at Dragon Slay Dude, export steel and glass and fuel. Okay. Hey, Alpha. It's going pretty well. No real complaints. Going pretty well. Yeah, Twitch notifications are pretty terrible, which is why I'm always pitching Discord, so that people can get notified immediately, because Discord does a good job of it. Twitch does not. Can we repair it? So hopefully the trades will start importing the steel and glass and tools that we need. Let's make sure that we have enough tools here at... Alright, we sort of have a national tool shortage. So let's see what's holding them up. So the toolsmith is waiting on iron. The iron smelter is going to be prioritized, and then the iron mine is going to be prioritized. So we should be making a lot more iron and therefore tools now. Did I rebuild the sand mine? That's a good question. So that would be at JDV2. I don't think I had. Let's put one of those down. Sand mine right here. Because yeah, this is a cleaner. Yep. Good call. I guess I could put a sand mine here, but it would cause some pollution. There's a lot of empty posts here, and we're waiting on a lot of tools. So all the tools are being imported from Dragon Slay. So keeping Dragon Slay able to produce as fast as it can, or as it can, is important. There we go. Yeah, we're cranking them out now. The other thing I could do is to prioritize the transmog, because we do have some wood, and to transmog tools here, just to be able to supplement. It's go. I'm going to move my iron smelter to right next to the toolsmith for some bonuses. So, iron smelts. Because the toolsmith increases speed by 10% if next to the iron smelter. We'll go for some synergy there. How's that ship coming? We are delivering all the requisite materials. Awesome. Just a matter of time and number of deliveries until that's done. Now let's get rid of the old smelter. So now there's a 40% bonus here. Good. Keep rolling those tools out. I'm going to transmog one more batch here just to help with the tools, and then I'll probably stop using the transmog. And how's my cleaners faring here? They're struggling. Pollution's not great. I suppose I could add one more. Maybe it helps. I don't know. It's one of these that just have a lot of industry here, so it's always going to be a bit of a problem, I suppose. Yeah, I'll add one more. Alright. Mr. Jackal, how's it coming? So we're sitting at 59 pop, which is the highest I want to go. Looks like we're importing some steel and tools. And that's almost enough to get this spaceship up and running. We just need a little bit more steel. So I'll take a look at my steelworks. Make sure that there's no hold up there. We have so many idle workers here. Holy cow. Do we need anything? We might even want a second smoothie and kitchen. Maybe. Hey, Tangier, thanks for gifting out a sub. Do I control the ship when it's en route? I set up a automated trade route. So I could control it manually, but I don't need to. If you take a look here, this is the trade route. It loads this up, brings it to here, loads this up, bring it back. Yep. Automated trade routes. So Steelworks. Let's take a look at that. That would be at Dragon Slay, dude. This Steelworks here doesn't have enough workers. I'm going to prioritize it so we actually get it going again. And I'm going to put a wood generator next to it to help speed it up. And then I'm going to remove this wood generator. Once this is built. Man, just a little, 2 more steel, that's it. Man, that's tantalizing. Well, we're producing it now, at least. So it's only a matter of time. All right, let's take a quick look at the pollution, see if it's been improving. Not really, being honest. Could not load. Wait, what? we can't unload the glass here because there's nowhere to put it. Warehouse. Warehouse is really full. This one is also pretty full. I guess I'd make another warehouse just for glass, but that feels very dumb. Feels pointless, but whatever. This game feels real chill. Yeah, I like that it doesn't really have a sense of urgency. You can play it sort of relaxed at your own pace. There's no time trials, there's no limits or anything like that. Just slow and, you know, methodical. Of course, you could power rush everything and work as fast as you possibly could. But I don't really see a benefit. I mean, there is somewhat of a, you know, there's obviously the benefit of it of like beating the game faster, but I don't really see that it matters all that much. Just play as fast as you want, as slow as you want. All right, so the toolsmith's definitely working out. Here's our warehouse for glass and anything else that we might have to offload. Let's see, glass, just glass? That's it. I guess what I'll do is I'll put like extra food in here too. Oh, here we go. Some progress being made. Operation Ruined Spaceship getting built. Sorry, my chair is driving me crazy. Have you stare at Yoda? All right. Spaceship getting built. Yeah, heading towards reactor raids. You know it. It's crazy how many idle workers here at Mr. Jackal. I will add more food processing, I guess, because there's not else for me to do. That's gonna take a lot of tools though that I don't really have. This is exciting. All right, stage 1 is done. Now we're having to gather wood, fuel, tools, stone, food, and water as the next stage. And yes, it is indeed a big old coconut. So making sure that the cheese radar is, yes, it is bringing fuel. Yep. Tools, stone. Yep. Just bringing the things that we need. The stone I might be able to source locally, though. if we had tools to be able to get it going. I don't know. Maybe we won't. Okay, let me cancel these smoothie makers and use the materials to make this ship instead. That might be a better productive use of my time. And then delete these boulders for the extra stone, because that yields us a little bit of stone, and there's no real point in keeping boulders around. Hey, Renlight. How am I enjoying this game? It's pretty fun. It's definitely more relaxing and more casual than Kerbal Space. Whether or not I play Kerbal Space Program next week will be up to my viewers, but I'm down for it. I stuck around a bit, watching your rover rove around the moon. Pretty cool stuff. I'm not, for that new series, I'm not quite at rovering yet. I had only played one stream of Kerbal Space, so I've only done like a flyby of moon. But in this game, I am about to do the same thing, as I am building a ruined spaceship just now. So soon we're going to have liftoff at the USS Coconut here. And yeah, we're in the process of gathering wood, fuel, tools, stone, food, and water to fuel this spaceship Coconut. We are limited on fuel, so let me take a look at my fuel, which would be JDV2 is the fuel processor. So here's the fuel refinery. I'm going to prioritize it and lower the priority for the glass smelter, and then prioritize the oil well. It also said the oil well says that there's no storage space for oil, so that's probably something else I have to solve here. So let me go ahead and flop down a warehouse. Oh, no, here's a empty warehouse. No, forget that. This warehouse didn't even have anything in it. All right, so this warehouse should allow fuel and fuel in process to be stored in it, and then, you know, the food and water. And that will allow us to have the oil well go a little bit more productively. And there's a few empty posts, but not too many. Alright, well, put a house. I can put a house here. Okay. I think this was gonna be a fountain, but it doesn't need to be. Is it an actual coconut? No, it just looks like a coconut or a big wooden barrel or something. So we need 24 fuel to launch, and that seems to be the bottleneck. Okay. So how much fuel is here? Here we have 11. And it's going up. In order to fuel the ship, the trade ships have to do kind of a funny trade where fuel has to go from JD to Dragonslay and then Dragonslay to Jackal. So Dragonslay has 11 fuel and JD has 12 fuel. So I almost have enough fuel to launch. I just need to bring this fuel over to Mr. Jackal. And as you can see, the fuel is being loaded up, so soon. Yeah, we're bringing 9 of it now. I will increase speed. Get this loaded up, because it's just waiting on a few tools, and almost all of the rest of the weight is for fuel. It's just entirely fuel. 15 now. So this is the Gray Hermit that loads fuel from here. My elevators are getting backed up. Alright, 9 fuel, that's good. And then that brings it over to here, and then this 10 fuel loads up and brings that. Alright, it's just a matter of time. Just gotta be patient. Oh, I think we're doing it. And now 30 people hop into this little spaceship. And we're ready. Here we go. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock on. Okay. Space. Welcome to space. There's much more to explore now. Now, let's land our spaceship on a new planet. Select your spaceship, click its move button, and select the planet you want to go to. Once the spaceship gets there, you can click on its colonize button and then choose where you want to build your new settlement. Alright, so this is the Intrepid, but actually, well, none of you are even eligible, so never mind. Oh, it's the Morrow now. He's the only eligible one. Congratulations, Morrow. The Morrow 36. Alright, so we are going to explore around a bit. Move. Our lovely Homan transfer. Choo-choo. So this is the Toxic Moxie. This was, of course, our original colony, and you can see all of its resources totaled here, right? So the whole planet, and you can check out its resources, supply and demand. But we are traveling to a new planet here. So there's 3 planets in the solar system, it seems. We're gonna head to the... Here's a little bit of a mind bender. On average, what is the closest planet to Earth? Alright, so we're gonna head to this inner planet. See what it is about. Colony spaceship has arrived on an unknown planet. So here's the question that I have for you guys. Which planet to colonize? Inner planet, outer planet. So the inner planet would be the one I'm at now. The outer planet would be this other one. It's totally up to you. I don't really mind either way. Yes, Mercury is indeed the closest planet to Earth on average. The reason being, because of the way the orbits work, Mercury is closest to the center, and often, it's hard to describe, but often, like, if you can picture Earth being over here and like Mars being here, obviously there's a great distance between it, whereas the Earth is closest to the sun on average, because other planets could be on the other side of the sun, which makes it further. But because of how close Mercury orbits around the sun, the average distance over the course of a Earth year, Mercury is indeed the closest planet, which is odd because it is, you know, its maximum or minimum proximity is not that comparable to, you know, Mars or Venus, but it on average is closer. All right, get your votes in quick, because let's say in 1 minute I am going to pick a planet. Pick the winner. Yeah, Mercury is closest to every planet for that same exact reason, because it is, and that is likely true of most solar systems, that the planets closest to the sun are going to be on average closest to all other planets, because for gravitational reasons you wouldn't have two planets orbiting the sun in lockstep. They would become tidally locked to one another, and if they, so it wouldn't be a stable orbit. All right, looks like outer planet, going to the outer planet. Wrap that up. Barely one. So Moro is traveling from an unknown planet to an unknown planet. I like how we just have infinite fuel. And also this transfer here hurts my Kerbal Space Program brain. I'm going to quickly view back home. So as you can see here, this colony is going to need to fill up a lot of kids, because 30 of the adults just bailed. All right, and we should be there now. Just about. Colonize. Whoosh. Okay, I don't know what my spaceship's doing. It's kind of looking crazy. But obviously this is new biome, and I can pick a landing spot. And then of course, if you want this planet or colony that I'm landing at named after you, just type something in the chat. So here we have, let's, whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Well, here, let me colonize. So if you analyze this, we've got blue research here. We got oil. What else do we have? Soil's obviously different. I am going to touch down here. You're officially on your second planet. Great job. There's a new button above the shipping mode that will allow you to switch between planets. Why don't you try it out? Alright, so first things first, let's name the island. The island is Swigmatic. And then the planet is Suzuka. Alright, so let's switch between them. So to Toxic Moxie, and then to Suzuka. It's time to set up your new colony, though it will be a little different this time around. There's no transmogrifier to help you with tool production, and you can't get important resources from your first planet yet. If you need a reminder, you can see all of the tutorial steps in the tutorial log in the pause menu. Try focusing on setting up your wood, stone, and tool production efficiently. Alright, discovery. You've discovered a new kind of ancient technology. You feel that you're following in the footsteps of those who came before. Gather it with your explorers to unlock new secrets of the ancients. So this is the blue tech here. There's considerable amount of it. 80, 60, 80, 80, 80, and 80. And then also, we've reached a new planet, but life here is precarious, and there doesn't seem to be an ancient transmogrifier. So, what they're trying to tell you is, don't muck about. Oh, Moo. You are a very square cow. Don't muck about, because you only have a limited amount of resources, and if you waste your resources, boo, it's not good. Okay. So let's focus on, in project description, setting up new planet. There we are. Let's focus on woodcutting. So I don't really have a road, do I? Alright. One road and one woodcutter. And then we're also going to want to make tools ASAP. So the tool manufacturing.
Thank you for watching Before We Leave, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com, the link can be found in the description, has my countdown timers to upcoming stream and my schedule. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next episode, or perhaps an upcoming stream. Farewell.